Next one is a fear of lost clothes, okay? The best way to explain a fear of lost clothes is this. Have you ever bought a car? Now, I'm driving my Range Rover here, right? When I went in, I negotiated like heck on this car. I played like I didn't like it. I played like the color didn't work, the interior didn't work, or whatever, you know. I played like the financing didn't work. I negotiated. So think about when you're out there looking for a car. You are picky as hell, right? You're picky. You want to make sure the interior color is perfect. You want to make sure it dries right. You want to make sure it has good gas mileage. You make sure you get it for a good price, at a discount price, at the best price. You're going to be picky, and you are going to be hard to sell. Now remember, you're a buyer buying a car. The problem is a lot of wholesalers get in and they get into a property and they're so stinking eager. They're just like, oh, I just got to get in, get the contract signed. And guess what? The seller's going, man, this is weird. It's like a reverse role situation here, right? You know, you've got the seller that's the one that's supposed to be selling. They're supposed to sell you on the house. You're a buyer. Your job is to be picky. Your job is to be as picky as heck. Guess what? The roof needs to have work. The floor plan sucks. There's only 2 bedrooms instead of 3 bedrooms, right? I don't know about this. The neighborhood's kind of rough. I don't know if it's going to work. It's more of a rental style neighborhood. I'm looking for more of a fix and flip in an area that can be able to, have families in the neighborhood, not in a rental type neighborhood. So you've got to be picky, right? Act as if you're buying a car and you're going to be picky as heck, right, to going and buying the house. So when I walk in the house, I'm going, I'm kind of picking it apart, man. This needs a little bit too many repairs, too much work. So what's it do? It's fear of loss. People make decisions, right? There's desire for gain. Like, oh my gosh, you can make all this money by selling this house, and you can get this, and you can get out of your stress, and you can get out of your headache, and you can stop the foreclosure. Desire for gain. Fear of loss is where people make decisions, right? So fear of loss. So say, listen, you know what? I don't know if this really works for me. I don't know if the number works for me. It's not going to work with this, it's not, and, I've got 3 or 4 other houses I got to, see today. I only can buy one. I do like yours, but the price isn't just right. Is that the best you can do? You're negotiating, right? We, as wholesalers, we get in and we're so eager to get the contract. We want to get it signed so bad and just to get in there. And, we reverse the role. We become the seller selling them on selling us the property. It's like it's weird, right? So go in and be that picky buyer when you're talking to motivated sellers. Go in and really analyze the place. Think if you were going to live there, right? Think if you were going to actually live in the house. And you were going to buy it, and you were going to move, and you're going to move in the house. You'd be picky. You'd want to have the right floor plan, right location, big enough kitchen, everything perfect. You want to have it great, right? So the bottom line is you've got to be picky. So fear of loss. What is fear of loss? So fear of loss basically says, hey, Mr. Seller, I like your house. Price is a little steep for me. There's a lot of things I need to do to this property. I said, I've got 2 or 3 other houses I got to see that, in the, later today and later this week. Honestly, I don't know about this. I think I might just, wait and see if one of these others are a better deal. Unless you can come down on price, what's the best you can do? Remember when paying cash, you're not paying commissions or any real estate commissions or anything. So, what's the best you can do? And now it's putting them in a position of where, you don't really need the property. You don't need the property that bad, right? So now you are in a position where you can purchase property. Now, if inventory's tight and your market's super on fire, right? You might have to raise your price. Now, I just want to tell you, not off the record, but because we're on record, right? But, as a side note, is that you have to, when it comes to pricing and when it comes to making offers to sellers in a market that's on fire. I just had lunch with Joe Taylor, is up in up in Portland, Oregon, and the market's on fire up there. I mean, and it is a lot of like that across the entire country. But if you're in a market where the market is just on fire, inventory's really tight, then what happens is you have to raise your price, right? You have to increase your offer price. It can't be 70%, less repairs, less your fee, and all that type of stuff. If you have multiple people bidding, then guess what? You have to increase your number to be able to get it under contract. Remember, you're going to have an out clause, which is essentially it's like an inspection period. So if you have a 30-day close, have a 30-day inspection period, right? You got 30 days to look, right? If you want to back out in 30 days, you can back out, no harm, no foul, right? So the bottom line is that you want to get the property. If you're in a super hot, ridiculous, you're going to have to increase your price to get the property under contract, and then give you the ability to sell the property. If you're not in a super hot market, then you want to be aggressive and be able to get the lowest price possible. Okay, so